Hello, FCC family. We're coming to you today to share some exciting news about a new pastoral leadership paradigm that we will be rolling out here at First Congregational Church. As many of you know, these last few years have seen so many changes and growth and even challenges in the life of our congregation. And during that time, many of you also know that Reverend John has been stepping into leadership roles that have been essential for the growing and thriving of this church. And so what we are proposing to do today, along with the work of our executive committee, is to reimagine ways that John and I will both be sharing leadership here in this congregation. So one of the first things to know is that we will be stepping away from those hierarchical titles of senior minister and associate minister, and instead we're going to be embracing a model of lead pastors. So I will be the lead pastor for congregational worship and congregational transformation, and Reverend John will be the lead pastor for spiritual formation and community development. I will be focusing on areas of worship planning and leadership. I will be welcoming in new members and getting them acclimated to the community, working with families who are interested in baptism, continuing to cultivate our volunteers, working with opportunities to develop relationships within our congregation, as well as opportunities for hospitality and just greater congregational growth. Reverend John is going to be focusing on Christian education formation with our families and our youth, as well as social justice outreach in this community and beyond, and strengthening our important administrative systems like stewardship and many of the things that help make our community run. We are just very excited to be focusing on these special areas. However, that's not all there is.
It's been such a joy to be a part of the FCC community for the last 8 years, to work with Reverend Ann. And one of the greatest parts of being here has been my ability to work with Reverend Ann collaboratively. And we will continue to work collaboratively on pastoral care. We'll both be available for pastoral care. We also will both be offering adult education classes. We will look after the communication for the church. We will continue to get in good trouble with one another.
Always.
Doing our social justice witness. And we will continue to build our interfaith presence and to work with our EC, our executive council, in terms of the administrative functions of our congregation.
So this is going to be a shift in how we do structure ourselves, but really it's an organic growth out of what has been in place for quite some time already. Reverend John and I have been collaborating for years now, really. And so this is a paradigm that reflects a reality, and we are just very excited to be moving in this direction. We have been working with the wider New Jersey Association of the UCC just in order to understand more fully how these kinds of shifts can be made in healthy and transparent ways. But most importantly, the vote will be on November 21st at our congregational meeting, and that comes from all of you. That comes from the members of the congregation. We are a congregational church, which means decisions of this importance are ultimately made by the congregation's vote. And so we hope that you will be with us on November 21st. Right after worship, we're going to be in the sanctuary for our first congregational meeting back in the house, and we hope that you will be there. We'll be talking about many things, this included. In the email, you'll notice we have things broken down. We'd also like to be offering a chance for a Zoom Q&A session if anyone has any more questions about any of the specific aspects of this change that we're initiating. But we are so grateful to be in a congregation that adapts to changing times, that is always up for a new experiment that makes sense. That's right. And this is what we think. This is a leadership paradigm that makes sense for our church and for our time.
Thank you all very much.
Have a wonderful day. We'll be talking to you soon.